Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Psyche Libertina, and today we are gonna look at the next 6 months of whenever you're watching this. So basically, ang titingnan natin ngayon is ano ba yung mga mangyayari in the next 6 months kung kailan nyo to napapanood. So we're gonna look at, things that you need to deal with, yung mga things na potentially pwedeng mangyari na kailangan ninyong paghandaan. So basically, sort of like take a peek sa future ninyo. So if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're new to pick a pile, basically I have here 3 piles for you to choose from. So it could be the color, it could be the design, it could be just the vibe of the card that's calling you. So for pile number 1, we have here the Dark Mansion Tarot. The back looks like this, and the art looks like this. So there's your dark mansion. And then on pile number 2, we have here the 5 cent tarot. Back looks like this. Lavender and gold. And then the art looks like this. For this pile, yung wands, it's the 3 of matches. It's the matches. Okay. And then for pile number 3, we have here yung elemental wisdom tarot. So back looks like this. Art looks like this. Okay, so those are your 3 piles. Feel free to pause the video if you like. Parang, you get the feel of the piles. And then once that you've chosen, head over down to the timestamps to see kung nasa sa inyo yung clickable link ng pile ninyo. And yeah, I will see you there. Hey there, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. So if you chose etong first pile natin, Dark Mansions Tarot, again, this is the artwork in the back. Yan. So we're gonna look at the next 6 months of your year. Basically, sisilipin natin ng konti ang future. And then, again, per usual, I have here your pre-shuffle oracle cards just to check kung ano ba yung energy and yung vibe ng pile ninyo. So we're gonna look at the overall theme of how the reading is gonna go. Sorry for the sound. So, as usual, general disclaimer, this is a general tarot reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel na hindi ito yung vibe na nafe-feel ninyo or this doesn't resonate with you, then please feel free to choose other piles. It's absolutely okay to be drawn to more than one pile. And similarly, kung wala kayong marelatan dun sa tatlong piles natin, then probably or most likely there isn't any message for you on this video. So start for the first card you have here, Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things, which came in reverse. And then you have Big Picture Thinking, Blades Energy, Visionary Inspired Ideas. Okay, that was a mouthful. You have your Pisces, there. You have you and your loved ones are safe, New Moon in Cancer. A lot of blues, so parang, parang mga emotions na na-amplify, first up. And then you have two, what do you call these? Two gratitude oracle cards. You have repose, enthusiasm, and you have compassion. Okay. So this looks okay. This looks okay to me. And just making sure you can see them. Okay. All right. So pile number 1. Okay. So I think the next 6 months for you is going to be a sort of restart kasi you have been certainly emotionally drained netong mga nagdaang, I don't know, months or years. with your first card appearing as itong mouse spirit na tend to the small things, followed by big picture thinking, followed by Pisces, and followed by new moon in Cancer. So basically, the new moon kasi is a blank slate. It's sort of like a restart for you. Pisces and Cancer are both water signs. So it's all about the emotions, all about the feelings. And with Pisces being here at the center of your reading, Pisces does house in the 12th house. So it sits at the edge of the zodiac. So kumbaga, ito na yung parang katapusan and restart. So you have here the ending, and then you have here a new moon, which is your restart. Now, I said kanina, very blue, so a lot of emotions. And um with yung mouse spirit being here, I think na, di ba parang contradictory siya, small and big. Pero this one came in reverse. So, the opposite of small is big. So, I think that the next 6 months of your journey here in this world will be more focused on yourself and on what matters to you. For the longest time kasi, pile one, I think na parang you've been heavily involved with, those people around you, your family, your friends, anyone other than yourself. Parang masyado kayo nag-exert ng energy to tend to people who are outside of your own body. So, which is why yung repose is appearing here after this new moon. Kasi parang dun ka magsisimula na. It's sort of like a story na parang you've been focusing on, so many things na, you've been living in the past with this mouse looking back. You've been living in the past, sort of, and now parang a new door is opening for you, a new door to, gather your emotions, restart at life, take some rest, and just find that new enthusiasm in life to start over again. Kasi I think na you have a lot of fours and twos here, so even numbers. So I think that you're very like heavily, you're a person who enjoys company. You're a person who finds comfort in duality, in unity, in people around you. And with a lot of force here, I think that this 6 months, the 6 months that are coming, whenever you're reading this, will be sort of a rest for you. Especially, like I said kanina, with repose here coming after new moon, na parang once things start over again, dun mo parang mafi-figure out, not really rest na parang wala kang gagawin. I mean, of course, I don't think you're like that. I think na parang yung 6 months mo lang with these cards here, it's certainly telling na, alam mo yung, hindi siya, for lack of a better term, mapapahinga mo yung kalooban mo kasi magkakaroon ka ng panahon to focus on things that matter to you. Like I said kanina. You'll probably have new things to do. Siguro parang marami ka ng mga bagay before. Could be like you wanted to travel dati pero hindi ka makaalis kasi you're taking care of someone. And actually, nung tinitingnan ko yung back of the cards na parang ano yung pwede kong ipakitang image, sa'yo yung una ko nakita, which is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands talks about journey, it talks about traveling, it talks about moving from one place or one situation to another. And with enthusiasm here na very butterfly-y, if you'll see, very parang butterfly, it does talk of transformation, of changes happening in your life, and movement. So, if there's any warning lang siguro, not really warning, pero more of like something to look out for, is with compassion being here na you can see that this tree is very grounded. So just be sure na parang whatever changes comes into your life. I think kasi na parang bigla ka magde-detach eh. From how I'm seeing this, there is something that drained you, na sort of parang napuno ka, na napagod, na parang you decided na, you know what, I'm gonna stop doing this. I can't keep on doing this to myself. I can't keep on being a prisoner of the past, of being a prisoner, or being, parang being held wherever I am. Kunwari, parang gusto mong magtrabaho sa ibang lugar. You wanted to travel to wherever, and then hindi ka makatravel kasi you feel that you have, or you feel that you're the only person who can do certain obligations. Then this will be very enlightening for you, and this will be very, kumaga parang, alam mo yung confidence booster na hindi lang ikaw, pile one, yung may obligasyon or hindi lang ikaw yung kailangang magkaroon ng responsibility to do these things that you have been doing. For example, tending to, your family. If you're working, probably you've been very emotionally invested in your team na parang nakakalimutan mo na kung ano ba yung mga bagay na nagmamatter sa'yo. Maybe you don't take leaves anymore. Maybe you used to travel and then you don't anymore kasi you feel na parang your parents are at home. You feel na parang if you leave them, to spend some time with yourself, you're going to be a bad daughter, a bad son. So that's not the case here. And right now, kumbaga nakikita ko dito is you focusing really on yourself and you being given the chance to focus on things that matter to you. Okay? So it was very stressful yung pinanggalingan mo. I think na parang ikaw yung nandun ka sa stage nung nung life mo now, probably when you're watching this. If you look back ng parang 3 months ago, ito yung parang na-drain ka na. And you're looking for, you're looking for reasons on how you can feel alive again. And if that's the sign that you're looking for, then this is your sign that everything is just going to restart again for you. So we're gonna put these away. Etong oracle cards ninyo. And then, we are gonna look at your tarot to see kung ano ba yung specifics nung sinasabing changes na to na magiging blank space ninyo. What emotional stability or strain would be coming for you. Kasi you have a lot of fours. And 4 in tarot can be stability or it can be stagnancy. Either way. So, we will see. Tingnan na lang natin. Alright. So, let's shuffle these first. Okay, so Spirit, ano ba yung what's coming up for pile number 1 the next 6 months? What's coming up for pile number 1 in the next 6 months? You have here the 10 of Wands. So again, burdens from the past which you've been carrying for the longest time. So, talks about movement. Your pile just really talks about movement. But I don't know. I already have the feel that it's about a transition that's going to happen. So, Spirit, pile 1's journey next 6 months, please. You have here the 8 of Cups, neglect of emotions. You have here the 8 of Swords. In reverse, finally being free of what you felt was holding you down. So, diba? This is what's nice about having oracle cards and then doing tarot. You have here the World in reverse. So, as I was saying, thing about having oracle cards and tarot, nakikita mo talaga if you're interpreting things the correct way. Kasi if it appears twice, thrice, then it's not a coincidence, right? Okay, so let's take the Magician there. Okay? Magician in reverse. Okay. So like I said kanina, first thing, diba, with the center of your card being the 8 of Swords, clearly it just talks about you being able to get out of this, of this parang self-made prison that you've been in for the longest time. And with the World and the Magician card being here in reverse, you need to really get out of this. Parang kumbaga, you need to pass through this para mai-upright ninyo to. Get what, like I said kanina, there could be some travel that you wanted to do, which hindi ninyo magawa before. So this could be an indication that it's really, really coming. And with both of these cards being here in reverse, clearly, parang meron kayong kailangang lampasan, pagdaanan, para mai-flip ninyo to upright. Meaning na parang you can, get whatever it is that you deserve, and to just really like manifest and go after whatever it is that you want. Kasi tatandaan ninyo, diba? And sorry, I noticed kasi this Magician card for some reason does not have a cup. I mean, it has yung mga ganito na cylinders and whatever it is that you call them, pero there really isn't like a specific cup for this one, which yung oracle cards ninyo and something that I've been telling you is you need to let go of that emotional baggage that you've been having. Your cards are very filled with emotions, and the fact na yung ending card ninyo, which is the Magician, one of the most powerful cards in tarot, does not have a cup. So meaning you need to focus on other things. Maybe you can focus on your travel. You can focus on finding out what's true for you. Yung swords ninyo, getting out of whatever situation you don't like to be in, pero feeling ninyo parang prisoner kayo nun. And with the coin being there, just exploring new things for yourself. So that's the first bit of that. So let's clarify. So clarify the Ten of Wands, please. Have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Cups. Have the Page of Cups. So again, walking away into something new. Eight of Swords in reverse. Have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So, 'di ba? Etong pagkakakulong ninyong to, etong inability ninyo to move is actually causing you to defer your own progress. So, parang kayo din yung naiipit kasi you remain stuck. So, the World. You have the Nine of Cups. Okay, self-fulfillment. And the Magician in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. Back of the deck, you have 4. 4 of Cups. Again, 4. So, it's about you stabilizing your energy. When we say that you're stabilizing your energy, diba? It's a common notion na parang you always have to be on the go. Sorry. But contrary to popular thought, there is a certain line at which you try and just, focus on making sure that you're going at a steady pace. What do I mean by that? Okay. So, sa mga sasabi na magdire-diretsong Tagalog ako, please. Inuunahan ko na, if you guys cannot understand what I'm saying, then please feel free to click off. I'm doing this because it's something that I love and it's something that I want to share. Yung, I guess, talent na to. If you're not comfortable hearing me speak, then it's okay. Feel free to click off. So anyway, with the Four of Cups being here, kasi, diba, let's say you're riding a motorcycle. I remember na kapag magbabike ka or magmo-motorcycle ka, diba, parang, yes, you have to keep on going, but you have to have a stable, parang, yung stability mo, you just really need to be in a stable pace while you're going para hindi ka sumemplang. So that's sort of like what your reading is about or what your next 6 months is coming out as. Na you have to keep on going, yes, but you have to like really find that sweet spot or kung saan ka ba yung center mo, center of yourself na stable ka na. Na kumbaga you can focus on, you can stop sulking about the things that you don't have and just really focus on, with the Six of Cups being here, diba? Such a generous card. So, kumbaga parang mag-focus ka on what you have and what you want for yourself. Instead na parang, oo nga, parang you know that you're missing something. Sumama pa yung sin. You know that you're missing something kasi bigay ka ng bigay na hindi mo na nare-realize kung ano ba yung kailangan ng sarili mo. So, sort of like, this is the perfect example for self-care, self-preservation. So, going back to your cards, like I said kanina, you need to like parang really let go of the burden and walk away from those not for the fact that I said damage, that could have been a thing, emotional stress and baggage that you have from the past. Remember, with a lot of trees being here and you did have a lot of grounding reminder kanina, whatever it is na dinadala ninyo, pile number 1, you have to let it go. But that doesn't mean na it has to change you in a negative way. Kumbaga, para remember the lessons but let go of the baggage. And with the Queen of Pentacles being here and the Page of Cups, I think that this involves people in your life who could be people you work with, people that you have like a very strong attachment into. It doesn't mean naman na parang just because you're going to let go of the emotional baggage means that you're a difficult person or you're a weaker person. No. It actually opens up another chance for you to walk into something better. The Page of Cups is always a message or always like it's sort of an indication of something new, a new beginning. And remember, you had here, ayan o, new moon in Cancer, and cups, of course, are ruled by, is a water element. So it talks about, having that emotional maturity, walking into something better that will serve you better. Hindi porket nag-move on ka, immature ka na, or parang pinabayaan mo lang. No, it's not like that. If anything, di ba, parang walking away from something that doesn't serve you is actually maturity kasi nare-recognize mo na it doesn't work anymore. Now, yung center of your card here talks about, which is the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, both in reverse. This just states na parang you need to move on. Kailangan mong tumawid from being into this, sorry for the term, but being into an emotional wreck into something that's more stable, grounded, and something that knows what they want. The Eight of Swords is always an energy na parang it's about self-inflicted, self-inflicted pain, self-induced prison, na parang ikaw na lang mismo yung may ayaw mo mag-move. There could be a lot of people telling you na, for example, if you're in a very bad relationship, there could have been a lot of people telling you na parang, get out of that situation, you're not supposed to be there, kasi it's not something that's helping you. Pero ikaw, since you're very, very in love, ikaw yung hindi umaalis. You could be in a job that you hate, pero ayaw mong umalis. So, yun yung mga, not really sort of, but those are some samples of self-made prisons na you need to get out of. And for this one, you need to figure it out. But from how I'm seeing it here, it talks about your relationships that affect your emotions. Okay, so yun yung nakikita ko dito. And with the Seven of Pentacles being here in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles talks about, investing, doing the initial work, parang planting your seeds and watching them grow. Pero the fact that this is in reverse, hindi ka maka-move on into better things in your life, be it in your emotional stability, in your finances, in whatever it is that you want to do, hindi ka maka-move on kasi nga, ayaw mong umalis. Okay, so very specific yun ha. Your delay and your the deferment of whatever it is that you want in your life is caused by your own restrictions. It's not that there is no opportunity, it's not that there is no suerte, it's just really you not choosing to. Kasi if you're gonna look at yung this right side of your cards, parang ano siya, parang it's about the past and the future and what's happening right now. So, yung sa future, yung sa parang kumbaga what you need to look at in the next 6 months is you having this transition into trying to pursue whatever it is that you like. I did mention travel earlier, and you have here the world, and for this particular deck, yung world is really like about travel and vacation and swimming and stuff, and seeing, other cultures and other people, probably getting in touch with older friends, yung mga kumbaga parang friends from the past. And with the Nine of Cups being here, I think that parang something that's lacking in your life and something that you do want to get, if you'll have the courage to do so, would be your own your own self-assessment and your own self-fulfillment. Kasi dito sa Nine of Cups na to, and actually the Nine of Cups in general just really talks about, having that that stability within yourself, understanding that you are happy wherever you are. So that's something that will be coming to you in the next 6 months, if and only if you decide to move on from whatever baggage is holding you back. With the Magician card being here and the Page of Swords, I did say kanina na itong Magician ito, for some reason, wala siyang yung like cup. Wala siyang image of cup. So I think na this one, with this Magician focusing dun sa wand niya, and I did say na yung Three of Wands, kaya siya yung image na pinakita ko for the 3 cards, is because yun yung nasa sa ilalim ng deck ninyo. And as you know, parang at least when I read, yung whatever is underneath my deck, I take it as the overall energy, something that is hidden but you're yet to notice, or you're yet to act upon. So with the Three of Wands being the overall energy earlier, I think na, tas yung Magician pa na to, yung wand pa yung ine-examine niya, I think that you need to reevaluate, and you really need to examine kung ano ba talaga yung gusto ninyong gawin sa buhay ninyo. What journey do you want to go through? And you need to be honest with yourself. The swords energy is always about like our intellect, our honesty, just being really in touch with what we think is right or yung mga convictions natin. And the fact na baliktad tong Page of Swords na to, it means na you really just need to figure out and be honest with yourself, ano ba talaga yung gusto mo? Kasi sometimes we fail to move on or we fail to do certain things kasi feeling natin parang if we do something for ourselves, nagigilty tayo na parang, ay, parang hindi tama, ayaw mo may matapakan or whatever. Kunwari, case in point. I mean, this is, you know, um, alam mo yung parang, kunwari, you wanted to travel, pero meron kang kasama sa bahay, hindi mo maiwan kasi feeling mo it's either baka mainggit siya or baka isipin niya na parang alam mo na nga kayo lang yung magkasama, so iiwan mo siya. So, you have to stop thinking like that and trust other people more that not everyone is just really out to get you. Not everyone will hate you for choosing yourself. Kasi real friends, they won't, real friends or those people who really love you, they won't hate you for wanting to make yourself a better person or wanting to experience more in life. Pero syempre, of course, caveat doon pag medyo salbahe ka talaga, then, I mean, if you're doing wrong things, then definitely, try to reevaluate. Pero kung alam mo naman sa sarili mo na you're just really, you're just really going after your own success and just really trying to chase your dreams, then alam mo yun, parang particularly, I don't see anything wrong with that, pero just, put the balance of being too obnoxious about it na lang siguro. Kumbaga, wag mo naman susobrahan na parang to the point at the expense of others, basta makuha mo yung gusto mo. So, that's the warning that I'm seeing here. Pero overall, I don't think that you're that person. If anything, ikaw nga yung very attached na tao ikaw nga yung very attached na, um, ikaw ngayon very attached na tao. So, right now, parang kumbaga, sort of like detach and focus on what it is that you really, really want. So, I'm supposed to get advices, pero probably I won't use the tarot anymore. Let's just use another deck. So, let's get some advice for you on what you need to like do or whatever it is that you need to focus on the next 6 months. So, spirit advice for pile number 1. Okay, so you have here, polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. So see again, feeling, emotions. So whatever it is that you're holding on, learn from that experience and use it sa future journey mo, but don't be stuck in your feelings. Basically, just don't be stuck in the past. Okay? So advice for pile number 1. You have your processing grief. My losses prove how deeply I loved. So it could be there could be some guilt here. Oh my gosh. There could be some guilt here that you are feeling, but similarly, whatever it is that you felt, whatever it is na feeling ninyo, kasalanan nyo, if you're feeling grief or if you're grieving on something, then let it go. Learn from the lessons and let it go. It doesn't make you a lesser person if you've experienced those things, and it doesn't make you a bad person if you move on from them. If anything, it makes you more mature and more adaptable to other kinds of feelings that you will be having. Since tagal pang buhay natin dito sa mundo, kailangan natin maging ready. Okay? So, one more, spirit. Okay. Unraveling codependency. Only I have to feel good about my choices. See? It's about being caught into this emotional roller coaster where you feel that you have an obligation to explain to other people how you're feeling or how you want to go about your life. So again, just find that balance into going after what you want and what you feel you deserve or what you know you deserve. Pero syempre, kumbaga, wag naman yung deliberately doing things at the expense of others. And at the back, you have here, I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. Your Eight of Swords. Okay? So, see beyond whatever is tying you down. Ikaw lang yung makakaayos nitong current na situation mo. pile number one. So that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this video. If you did like it, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want me to check on anything, or if this did resonate with you. Do follow me on Instagram, Psyche Liberty, and also on Facebook, since I post random readings over there. So that's it. Again, pile number one, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on your next reading. Bye. Hey there, pile number two. Thank you so much for being here. So, if you chose etong 5 cent tarot natin, again, this is the design and the art, the back pala. This is the artwork. This is the design. Okay. So, we're gonna look at, the next 6 months of your life or of this moment. So, per usual, I have here pre-shuffled oracle cards to check kung ano ba yung energy and overall vibe of, of your pile. If you're not able to resonate with the energy of these oracle cards, then probably this isn't your pile. Feel free to choose sorry about that, feel free to choose other piles. Now, if you can't resonate on any of the three piles, then definitely or most likely there is no message for you on this reading. So just a general disclaimer, this is a general tarot reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. So for your first card, you have Stag Spirit takes the lead, but that came out in reverse. Huh. Dimming your light for other people, parang, could be. Empathetic starseed, energy sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Okay. Hmm. You had two of these, by the way. You have Cancer and Uranus. Uranus. Yeah, I think that parang you're stuck in between kasi Uranus is the god who is confined in the heavens but never really considered a god. And you have here absorbing what's not yours. So and the stag spirit in reverse. So it's so clearly parang it's as if mm, you're overdoing something. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. You have here 47 unexpected. Let's move these up. Move those up. What? Here. And then breathe. I think you can see that naman. Okay. So, I think pile number two, I think kasi na right now, you're in a very frustrated state kasi feeling ninyo walang nangyayari or hindi ninyo nakukuha yung mga gusto niyo. You're not able to transition into whatever situation you want to get in kasi there is a lot of things that you feel you need to accomplish. With Cancer being here, this Cancer card, or at least for me right now, I am seeing this na, of course, it's the center of your card na Cancer is an, of course, it's a cardinal energy. It's a cardinal sign. It's something that pushes you or is supposed to push you to start on something. The cardinal signs, they are the kumbaga parang they are the beginning of the transition. And with Cancer card being here, it talks about you molting or parang yung shedding whatever skin you have before and trying to just make something new for yourself in order to be a better person. Di ba sabi nga nila, snakes, it sheds skin to be a bigger snake. No pun intended on that. I have a pet ball python, so I don't have any issues with snakes other than, when they turn bad. Pero kumbaga, I think that you're being called to really just step out of, not really comfort zone, but step out of this rut that you've been in, and um just really transition into being a more sure person, a sure version of yourself. With this molting followed by Uranus. Uranus kasi, like I said kanina, is sort of like the hybrid god. He was confined in the heavens, to look down on people, but he was never really considered a god. So, hindi mo sure kumbaga parang hindi siya trinit nung mga co-gods niya as a god. He wasn't given the same level of respect that was given to the other gods, in your basic mythology class, or if you didn't have that, your basic mythology information. So, right now, you're being asked to take action with new moon and Aries being here. And the new moon kasi talks about starting something new. You have here Aries, which is ruled by Mars, which is all about action and just going after what you want, really taking an active choice and an active approach para makuha ninyo kung ano yung mga gusto ninyo. You have here Cancer and you have here Aries, both of which are cardinal signs following each other. So after the cardinal sign of Aries, ang susunod is yung the cardinal sign of Cancer. So parang kumbaga with these cards being laid out like this, I think na parang you need to like step back and gain back your power. I think kasi na you were put in a situation na parang ang dami mo sobrang ginagawa, ang dami mong kino-consider na you have your absorbing what's not yours, na nawawala ka na dun sa mismong journey na gusto mong puntahan. Kunwari, let's say paano ba siya example? Kunwari, sa trabaho mo, um, you're being asked to do something which is not your job. Kunwari, kumbaga you're being asked na, um, you're being asked to look after, let's say, a certain team, pero hindi yun yung team mo. Kasi let's say na parang you'd like to focus on building kung nasa san kang involved na team, kasi of course, other than that's your deliverable, it's something that you really need to do, kasi it's something that you want to do yung sa team mo, kasi it's something that's going to help improve you as a person. Whereas someone is asking you to look at something else, which, if you're going to look at it, does not really have an impact on your career. So, yung mga ganon, you have to step out from that, and really you just have to take the initiative to say na, wait, I cannot do both. I have to focus on something kasi may nasa-sacrifice dito. You can only do so much, pile number to remember that. And with take the lead being here in reverse, and with Mars being here asking you to take action, this stag card is actually um, a very, very nice card. If you can see kung gaano siya kaganda. And even dun sa, ano ba tong, ano na to, yung naging Netflix, Shadow and Bone, yon, 'di ba? Parang one of the animals there is the stag, and always a stag is considered a very, like, parang very, it's just a very, for a lack of a better term, it's just a very, nice, wonderful, parang well-respected um animal in the animal kingdom. And right now, with this card being here, pero it's in reverse, it's really calling you na, alam mo yun, parang just really stop whatever it is that stop whatever it is that you don't have to do, and focus on what you need to do. That is what a leader does. Sabi nga nila, di ba? Yung mga boss, they just make utos-utos, but leaders, they carry you and guide you and hone you to be a better version of yourself. So right now, you need to guide your own self and hone your own self to preserve your energy and focus on whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. You have here breathe. So I think na parang with uh, this card, parang being the clarifier of both of these, it's clearly telling you na parang you need space. If you don't have space, you need to create space. You need to create space for yourself in order to protect your energy, focus on what you need to do. Kasi there are still things that are coming right now. Kumbaga, you need to prepare, you need to be sure. And sorry, I just have to say it before makalimutan ko. If you're waiting for a promotion, then probably this is the time, or this is sort of a clarifier or an indication that it's coming. So you need to be prepared for that. How do you prepare for that? You make sure that, you make sure na kung nasa saan ka mang space ngayon, wherever it is that you are in your life right now, you make sure na everything is in order para hindi magkaroon ng problema on the future things that you want to do. Again, with Aries card being here, this thing will not be cleared if you don't take action to clear it. Kumbaga, if you are supposed to do two things, yung stretch mo na is doing four things or doubling your effort para lang, para iniisip mo naman siguro, kumbaga para may negosyo ka. If dalawa na yung negosyo mo, nag-stretch ka pa ng isa pa, edi sige, okay. Parang kumbaga, that just really proves that you're hardworking. Pero someone else is asking you to look at their business and it's not even your business, then you really have to actively say no kasi you need to focus on these three things. Kasi there is something that is coming for you, and it's something good. Okay, it's something that you've been working for in such a long time, and right now ngayon siya nagbe-bear ng fruit, ngayon nagbo-bloom yung mga efforts na ginawa mo. But in order for this transition to be successful, you need to have the energy to fulfill whatever additional obligations will be coming into your lap. So, kailangan mo kumbaga i-protect yung energy mo. You need to just really re-evaluate things. Kasi, tandaan ninyo, when you're physically exhausted, you become emotionally and mentally unavailable and unstable. Lagi siyang ganon. Some of you may agree, but to me, that's really just how I'm seeing this. Kapag kapagod tayo physically, di ba, sabi nga niya, pag pagod na pagod ka, laging dyan yung mainitin yung ulo mo, dyan yung medyo pikon ka. So, kahit wala ka namang emotional strain, wala ka namang emotional struggle, wala ka namang mental instability, it appears to na parang you cannot hold yourself kasi pagod na pagod ka physically. So, that's something that you need to work on, and that's something that you need to focus on. Okay, pile number 2. So, let's put these away and just look at kung ano ba yung specifics nitong sa tarot ninyo. Kasi for some reason, I feel na meron kayong parang matagal nang inaabangan. It's something that's actually very good. It could be na parang, like I said, it could be a promotion, it could be a new business venture, or it could be, a new job that you've been having your eye on. So, let's look at those specifics kung paano nyo ba mawe-weather itong 6 months na to. Kasi parang medyo maano siya parang mainit yung sitwasyon ninyo. Pile number 2. So, Spirit, next 6 months of pile number 2, please. Okay. So, there. You have there the Fool. Starting your game strong. And it's upright, so this just really calls for a new beginning. I already feel na parang your spread is going to appear like a story. Okay. You have here the 10 of buttons, or the 10 of pentacles in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. Spirit, next 6 months of pile number 2. You have here the High Priestess, upright. And the Ace of Matches, or the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'll clarify first. Medyo malabo siya. So, how about the Fool? To clarify the Fool, Spirit? Wheel of Fortune. Upright. Okay. And then, you have here Clarifying the Ten of Buttons in reverse is the Eight of Matches or the Eight of Wands. And you have here for the Hanged Man is the Page of Needles or the Page of Swords. So it's really about finding your truth. And you have here the Eight of Cups, clarifying the High Priestess. It's a hermit. It's a hermit crab. So really, diba? Just really shedding what's old, coming in with a new. Ace of Matches. Take this one. You have the Devil in reverse. All right. The back, you have the Tower. Changes. Okay. So first, let's talk about this Tower energy. Whenever the Tower cards appears, I take it as something na parang talagang you really need, it's really going to shake you to your core para matauhan ka. Ganon siya. And the fact that this is an underlying energy, to me, I'm reading this as something na kumbaga, if you don't want to move where you are right now, you will be forced to move out of it either way. There will be things that will happen. It could be na probably, mali mo, magkasakit ka na sa ginagawa mo kasi talagang sobrang pagod na pagod ka na if ayaw mong tigilan yan. Pero the universe will force you to get out of that situation because, of course, the universe wants what's best for us. And whatever it is that we put out into the world, that is what gets back to us. Now, going back to this spread of yours. So, I did say kanina, parang feeling ko it's gonna be a story. And in fact, it is. So, first, right now, yung first 6 months mo kasi, pile number 2, this is going to be a restart for you. This is a new blank page that you have been waiting for such a long time. I think that you have been working on getting into this, parang restart where you can find whatever makes you happy, where you can find whatever it is that you want, where you can evolve as a person. You have your monkeys. Na to me right now, I'm getting this na parang, alam niyo ba yung, di ba yung and the journey and the evolution of humans. So it's you evolving into something better, a better version of yourself. You have here yung Eight of Cups mo, which has like this hermit crab. Which, di ba yung hermit crab, parang they house, they take whatever, parang they take other forms of, parang hindi siya physical presentation pero sige, physical presentation na lang yung gamitin natin. Diba, di ba kumukuha sila ng mga abandoned or whatever, yung mga shells and stuff para maging back nila. They really don't have that shell or crust. And kanina, I did say yung Cancer energy ninyo na you need to molt whatever is old. You need to let go of whatever whatever skin you had before. If you were overly sensitive, that molt that. If you were very impacted or something before, molt that. If you feel you're very strong, that molt that. And try to find that perfect balance into stepping into this new self that you want to be in. I remember like right now, sorry, yung parang si Carmi Martin, sinabi niya kay Christine Reyes, I forgot the mistress ba yung movie na yun. Basta, yung sinabi niya na parang i-pack up mo na si, ano ba yan? Parang, oh my God, I forgot. Pero parang i-pack up mo na si something, ilabas mo na si Gretchen Barreto, something like that. So it's sort of like, just basically improving yourself, growing from where you were before. If you were overly sensitive, if you were such a workaholic, kung ano ka man before, try to change that. Otherwise, you will be forced to change it. Circumstances will be in your life na talagang ifo-force ka na magbago. If masyado kang emotional before, then talagang ipupush ka ng mundo na siguro baka talagang yung pasensya mo susubukin in order for you to become more resilient. So that's what's gonna happen. And with the Fool being here, this is going to be a restart for you. And kung mapapansin niyo, yung mga following cards, most of them are in reverse. So you are yet to realize them. You're yet to take them. They are yet to happen. And with the Ten of Buttons being here in reverse, being clarified by the Eight of Matches, which is upright, I think na etong change na to will be very, very fast for you. And whatever it is na pagdadaanan mo, this is aimed to give you your own share of wealth, as it says there, your own share of wealth, following this wheel of fortune. Pero right now, kasi it's upright. So you have their dissipation, you have their family feuds, bywords, and I think na right now, parang you really need to just move on from all of these things. Whatever it is that's causing you na ma-confuse sa kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mong gawin sa buhay mo, bitawan mo na yon. Bitawan mo na yun na mabilis pa sa 4:00 kasi that's what you are being asked to do. With the hanged man being here, I think na parang similarly kanina, ikaw rin yung may ayaw na gumalaw. Ikaw rin yung hindi ka nagtitake ng action to say stop dun sa mga bagay na hindi mo dapat ginagawa. And, just really go after whatever it is, whatever your ambition is. With the page of needles being here or the page of swords, you need to really just figure out, and you really need to be honest and really vocal sa tao na parang, you really just have to stop kung ano yung mga bagay na hindi mo naman dapat ginagawa. I have a strong feeling that this pile has a question about, about your jobs or your work. Again, it's general reading, so it doesn't really have to be, pero majority of you have questions regarding your jobs or this business that you're trying to do. It's okay if we're talking of jobs, it's okay to have a stretch objective. But then again, yung stretch objective mo na yon should be something that should be something that will further help you to build and strengthen your career. If you are a banker and you're being asked to sweep the floor, that's not something that will help you. It's not a stretch objective. It's you doing things that you're not supposed to do. So yun, a very particular example yon. So yan yung kumbaga, that's what you're being called to do, na really just have really speak up. Kasi with the rooster being here, di ba yung mga rooster maingay? Like, they know, they have a precise, they kakadulo doon in the morning. So, parang, they have a precise understanding of what they are supposed to do and when. So, that is something that you need to focus on, pile number 2. With the high priestess here and the 8 of cups being here, you need to realize na these things that you're doing right now, they don't serve you. And I think, alam mo na yan, the high priestess always talks about yung mga inner, higher intuition natin, the feelings that we get within our hearts na hindi natin masabi. And I think that right now, you are being reminded na itong mga pinaggagawa mo na hindi nakakatulong sa'yo, alam mo naman na mali, alam mo naman na walang mangyari, but for some reason, ayaw mong bitawan. So right now, you're being asked na, just walk away from it. You don't really have to explain. You don't really have to make a big fuss about it kasi you need to really just go on this journey into finding, parang into self-improvement. It's a journey. Parang sabi nga nila, di ba, no one really gets better overnight. It's really just a journey. And with inner journey being here, inner journey, you're really being asked na, this is something that you need to take. This is something that you need to have. This is something that will make you grow and mature. So, kailangan mo siyang pagdaanan. And at the end of your card, you have here the Ace of Matches in reverse and the Devil in reverse. So, again, kumbaga, kung it's something that you need to let go of, pero feeling mo hindi mo siya dapat bitawan. Kumbaga, itong Ace of Matches kasi sinasabihan ka na, okay, you have a new chance at this. There is an ending and a beginning and another start for you. So, both of your cards, itong mga external cards ninyo, they talk about starting something new. So, there is really something na magsisimula for you this coming 6 months. Ang tanong na lang is, magsisimula ba siya ng tama or magsisimula siya ng magulo kasi ayaw mong bitawan yung mga bagay na kailangan mong bitawan. Tandaan mo, you can only do so much. Pile number 2, we can only do so much in this world. We only have 24 hours and sometimes ngayon 24 hours na yun, kulang pa, di ba, sa dami ng mga ginagawa natin, being a parent, being a sibling, being an office worker, being a business person, there are a lot of things that you need to accomplish in such a short time. So you need to focus on where you need to put your energy. And right now, you're being asked na in order for things to start for you, you really need to let go of those things that you don't need. It could be yung mga habits mo na hindi nakakatulong sa'yo. With the caterpillars being here, these are caterpillars na parang, di ba, caterpillars, they turn into butterflies. But they can only turn into a butterfly if they go through their journey as a caterpillar. And at that exact time that they need to, parang wrap themselves around their cocoon and just really, really rest, then dun pa lang nagsa-start yung transformation nila. Okay? So, don't hold yourself, alam mo yun, parang um, don't hold yourself too much in a way na parang it's already restrictive. Do not be afraid of change because either way, it's coming for you. Okay? So now, let's look at some advice for you. Pile number 2. Kasi this really just talks about a journey that you want to take but you don't know how to take. And clearly, sinasabi lang dito, just really let go of what you don't need. Kung ano lang yung kailangan mong gawin. Kung ikaw ay baker, edi mag-bake ka. Doon ka mag-focus sa pagbe-bake, hindi sa, I don't know, hindi sa, kumbaga, let's say, if you're a baker, mag-focus ka sa pagbe-bake mo, hindi sa kung saan mang bagay. Diba? Kasi you need to build your structure, your expertise on that bit muna. Hindi pwedeng sabay-sabay, ika nga nila. Spirit advice. Okay. Balancing the brain. See? I can be and do all at once. So, focus on yourself. Focus on what you want to be and what you want to do. If you're focusing on yourself, then that's good. But if you're focusing on yourself and trying to help other people all at the same time while trying to improve yourself, then that's going to be very difficult and not to mention very, very exhausting. You have your anchoring the light. The light is always within me. So, be positive. Wag ka nang maglungkot-lungkutan dyan. With the devil card being here. Shucks. Okay. Ulitin natin. Sorry. Daming gustong sabihin. Just one. Just one. You have your rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. Okay. So, with the light being here and surviving your own trauma, pile number 2, whatever it is that happened, whatever it is that's making you scared of moving on, you have to let it go. Okay? Kasi, let's see what that is. Okay, justice. See? There was a very certain unfair situation in your life na parang probably ngayon you feel na this is what you deserve. Pero kung ano't ano man yun, kung ano't ano man yung pinagdaanan mo, see, you have there the world. And I did say, shedding skin ng snakes. 'Di ba? Snakes shed skin to become bigger snakes. So you really need to shed something and you really need to just figure out na. And you really need to understand kung ano man yung nangyari, tapos na yun. Alam mo yun? Kung ano man yung trauma mo, kung ano man yung nangyaring yun, okay na yun. Tapos na yun. You learned something from it and you're all the wiser. The back of your deck, you have, ano ba to? Dissolving judgment. See? Judgment, justice, I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. So clearly, this is about you separating yourself from what others expect or others want you to do. You have to focus on your own journey. You have to focus on yourself. There are things that you will figure out along the way. Pero whatever it is na gusto mong puntahan, that will happen the next 6 months only if you choose yourself over anything else. So that's it, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being with me. If you did like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have, probably ideas or readings that you'd like me to do. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Psyche Libertina, since I post random card readings over there. So again, thank you so much, pile number 2, and I will see you on your next reading. Bye! Hey there, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. If you chose etong Elemental Wisdom Tarot natin, so this is going to be the design of your card. And the back. We're going to look at the next 6 months of your year whenever you're watching this. So as usual, I have here your pre-shuffle oracle card. So we're going to check the overall energy of your pile. If you're not able to resonate with these energies, then probably this isn't your pile. Feel free to choose other piles. And if even dun sa mga ibang piles hindi kayo maka-resonate or you can't relate with them, then probably or most likely you don't have a message on this video. So again, general disclaimer, this is general tarot reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. So for your first card, we have here Wombat Spirit Be at Home in reverse. Mm. You have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Why do I feel, pile number 3, that you have gone astray? You have your Hygeia. You have your the answers you need are coming full moon in Gemini. You have here merriment, number 35. Why do I feel na parang yung most of you, well, you could have like kapatid na this is a very particular energy for some of you, ah. Pero why do I feel na some of you, merong mga kapatid who you feel you were responsible for their downfall? Or if not kapatid, someone na you've been very involved with. You have your mental repetition. Yes. Okay. And again, this is a very, very, very particular energy. Some of you could be having um, mental stress or mental instability or probably, mental problems. Now, when we say mental problems, we don't judge, okay? Of course, with Hygeia being here, because if you can see, both of your cards are very brown. They're very like neutral. Neutral to the point na parang they're so neutral, it almost looks sad. Now, yung Hygeia energy kasi, this one, this really just talks about you clearing your mind, your body, your spirit, focusing on your health. And the fact na meron ditong be at home and all of your cards na merong mga tao, apart from this one, which is focused on this one ha, parang dalawa yan, ayan, magka-connect sila. All of those cards na merong mga tao on this deck talks about you being with someone. So it could be a relationship, it could be an attachment. Again, like I said kanina, it could be very particular na yung may mga kapatid kayo who you feel have gone astray and you feel that you were responsible, or it could be the other way around. It could also mean na parang, this talks about you being involved with someone. And this causes you mental stress. Now, it could be na from family, it could be na kapatid, it could be with your own self. Now, you could be, some of you could have troubles with, let's say, dual personality, yung parang medyo may mga bipolar inclinations, yan. That's a very, very, very particular energy. Now, your next 6 months, I think, would ask you to focus on yourself. Okay? And other than just focusing on yourself, you need to make peace with whoever it is na nagkakaroon kayo ng problema. Kasi clearly, etong issue ninyo dito sa certain tao na to, meron kasi kayong parang, I don't know kung parang you've fallen out of. This is eating into you. This thing. This, kumbaga parang this separation is eating into you. And with the full moon and Gemini being here, the full moon always talks about having clarity on things. And I think na parang you had a certain falling off with someone very, very close to you. And for some reason, medyo inaano ka nun. Medyo parang kinakain ka nung guilt, nung lungkot, you cannot move on. You have these thoughts, just spinning in your head na parang paikot-ikot ka na lang na hindi mo alam kung ano ba yung gagawin mo, if you were wrong, if you were right, sino bang may kasalanan. And probably this time, you don't really have to, with mental repetitions here and that, yung parang trumpo na yan. So parang, alam mo, you don't really have to think of who's right or who's wrong. You just need to let go of whatever is dragging you down or whatever is making you feel very bad. I think kasi na this past months, you have been dragging your feet on something and you've been very emotionally unavailable kasi you feel na parang may masakit eh. Kahit sabihin natin na ito ay nararamdaman lang, hindi to, malayo to sa bituka, we cannot discount the fact that the pain we feel in our hearts or yung mga emotions na nafe-feel natin, it just, it also paralyzes us. Kumbaga, meron siyang impact sa atin kahit hindi siya physical. With wombat energy being here, be at home in reverse, I think na parang you have, it could be kasi na itong karelasyon ninyo, if it's not family, then it's someone that's very, very close to you. And it's someone na parang, kumbaga, you've loved them enough and you've spent enough time with them na when they leave, it has an impact in your life na parang nalulungkot ka. So, I think na parang you need to make peace with it right now. Um, just just try and see kung saan ba nagsimula itong issue ninyo nito. There is a lot of emotional healing. There is a lot of relationship healing that I'm hearing here. There is a lot of reflection that will be coming into your life in the next 6 months. I think that right now wala ka namang problema in terms of your finances, in terms of, just um your career. If anything, parang everything is going smoothly, but deep down you feel empty and you feel sad. And parang the success that you're having, or the success that you had right now, is basically what's helping you cope with this sadness that you feel. Ako kasi, the thing that I'm seeing here with a lot of browns being here, para kasi sa akin, even this one, parang it's very sepia, yung tone nung images. I think that right now, kasi parang you need to just be neutral. You need to just ground yourself with the tree being here. You need to like really see how this issue came about, basically. Kasi parang feeling ko ito yung mga tipong parang nagkaroon kayo ng mga pagtatalo na hindi naman dapat pagtalunan, pero everyone was just probably emotional at that time na it blew out of proportion. So I think that right now you need to revisit how it started, and you need to really accept kung meron ba talagang problema, or lumalaki na lang kasi parang it's become too much of a drama. Parang ganun. Like I said kanina, there is a lot of, there is a lot of healing, there is a lot of fixing relationships, there is a lot of just mending broken ties with people. Yun yung nakikita ko dito, pile number 3. Wala ka namang problema kasi sa career mo, wala ka din namang problema sa trabaho, sa pera. If anything, everything is very, very stable. You've gone through your journey, you've gotten what you deserved, you've gotten what you've worked hard for. But deep down, it just really, really seems very, very empty and very sad na parang, you're just looking here and there, falling falling na parang, alam mo yun, agos na lang ng buhay, wherever it goes. But, I think na parang even though you're very successful, pile number 3, you are very, very empty. And we're gonna see dito sa, we're gonna look at your tarot and see kung ano ba yung sinasabi ditong very empty. Kasi parang there is really a very heavy feeling that I'm getting from your pile. So, we're gonna see kung, ano ba yung pinagmula nitong parang, ano na yun? May sadness feeling siya. Alam mo yung parang meron kang nami-miss. File number 3, yon. There is someone that you're missing, and I don't know who it is, but it's impactful enough sa buhay mo para malungkot ka. So, Spirit, the next 6 months of file number 3, please. Next 6 months of file number 3. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So again, realizing some truth, moving forward with it. You have the Tower in reverse. Okay, you have the Moon in reverse. Why do I feel na parang yung separation na yun is something that was meant to happen? Let's see. Number 3, sure. You have here the Two of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. Everything is in reverse. So, Parang first thought that came into my mind, everything is about to change. Okay? So let's read this first. With the moon card being here in reverse, I think na right now things are becoming more clearer sa iyo. The moon is always an energy that conceals things, and with the fact that it's in reverse here, looking into the future, you're becoming to realize that this separation, even if it's something that bears you down, even if it's something that makes you sad, it's actually something that made you grow. With the Two of Wands being here, Two of Wands is always about a positive journey with the world being there. And you have to realize na parang there are certain things in your life that you need to let go of. Kanina I was thinking na parang it's something that you need to make amends with, you need to make peace with, but right now, after seeing this with the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands being here in reverse, I think na you really just need to look forward and just move on from it, kasi whatever happened, you need to realize na itong change na nangyaring yon, it's something that you don't want. Losing people in your life, letting them go, it's something that you don't want, but it's something that you have to understand is meant to make you grow. 'Di ba? The more that we carry in our lives, the more heavier it becomes. Parang kumbaga parang baggage lang eh. Pag madami kang bitbit, mas mahirap kang umabante, 'di ba? And letting go of whoever it is that you lost will be one of the most rewarding decisions that you will make for yourself. Pile number three with Two of Wands being here. Kasi imagine, if mag-flip to, it's a journey. It's already a journey that you're taking, but right now, the fact that these are all in reverse, you're still in denial. Na kung ano man yung nangyari, whatever it is, you could have shared some fault in it. It could have happened without you having to do anything with it. It doesn't matter. It happened because it needed to happen. You lost those people, or you lost that person because you needed to lose them, because they were dragging you down. So, very specific yun ha. Pile number three. So, let's clarify this Knight of Swords in reverse. See? Eight of Coins. So, the Knight of Swords the Knight of Swords kasi is an energy that's very brash. It's impulsive, it's it's too fast, it's just really something na parang mabilis na nangyayari, and it being beside the tower, I think itong mga pagtatalong to, kung ano man yung naging pagtatalo ninyo ng taong yan, it could be a boyfriend, it could be a family, it could be a sister, it could be, whoever, um, it's something na parang biglaan siya nangyari. It was something that you didn't expect. And for a certain time, alam mo yun, parang na-drag down ka na parang, shit, parang, oh my gosh, I miss this person. It could be a relationship na parang you feel na a relationship ended, and you wanted to work through it, and you did. You did try to work through it. Pile number three. Pero sometimes kasi may mga bagay talaga na maybe, you don't really have to work on it. You have to let it be. And yun yung reading dito. This relationship will come at you again this coming 6 months. It could be na para magkaroon ng instance na magkakabati kayo, magkakaayos kayo, na magkikita kayo or something. But, you just have to be really civil and neutral about it. Yun lang. Huwag mo nang masyadong dibdibin kung ano yung nangyari, but then again, don't let it happen to you again. Parang it's about seeing your ex for the first time. Na ex mo na siya, okay na yun, nagkita na lang kayo, hindi pabayaan mo na. Let's clarify this tower. Okay, ayaw magpaano. So, let's take this. So, the tower is being clarified by the King of Cups. So, again, emotional instability. It rocked your emotions. It rocked your very core. You feel na parang there could have been something that you would have done better nung nangyari when you lost this person. But to be honest, you've already done whatever it is that you can. It took them I think kasi na that relationship was very problematic in the beginning, kasi for some reason, 'di ba? Pag titingnan mo tong tower na to, why would you put that big of a structure in such a small piece of rock? It's very unstable, right? So parang I think na itong relationship na to, whatever it is that you lost, kumbaga, it's something that you knew was wrong even before, but for some reason, you didn't really call it out until you had the emotional maturity to say na parang, you know what, even if I don't want it, and probably I'm dreading what happened, talagang hindi tayo pwedeng magkasama kasi iba ka eh. Iba yung opinion ko, iba yung opinion mo. Para sa'yo, siguro hindi tama yung mga nangyari. pero para siguro dun sa isang taong yon, they're doing the right thing. And right now, I think that what you did was was a show of maturity, in the sense na it was a show of maturity in the sense that you were able to identify na, kasi the Knight of Swords is all, the Swords energy in general just really talks about, your intellect, your being straightforward, your honesty, what it is that you really think about. And I think na you already realize that this isn't really going to work on the onset kasi nga, parang may mali. Like I said, yung how I interpreted this tower, why are you gonna place a big ass building sa ganyang very unstable ground? So, 'di ba? Sorry about that noise. So, the only thing that you need to do right now is just really accept. Kasi parang ngayon magkakaroon ng kalinawan sa'yo na you lost those people or you lost that person because, they weren't what you needed in your life. Okay? So, let's clarify the moon in reverse. Queen of Cups. See? Whatever it is that you lost, it will be given back to you. If you lost a partner, then it will be given back to you. These people that you lost could be someone that's very, very close to you. You could have treated them like family, or it could be na parang this person or this partner that you lost could have been, like parang feeling mo soulmate level mo. Pero if anything, you'll be given something better. You'll be given someone who will have the same views, who will have the same inclination, who will have the same respect for you, same ng kung ano yung kaya mong ibigay. Yeah, with the cups being here and the moon being ruled by a water sign, which is Cancer. Cancer nga bang moon? Yeah. No, I think it's Pisces, but then again, it's still water. Pero, kumbaga, I think that whatever new chance it is that's coming for you, and even if ikaw na lang sa sarili mo, if you realize na parang, hindi mo na pinagsisisihan yung nangyari, tama lang yung nangyari, if na-accept mo yun sa sarili mo, then all the more na other than magmamature ka, you will find someone, even if it's a new lover, even if it's a new friend, you will find someone who will respect you and who will treat you as their equal. I think kasi na previously, yung keeping this relationship or this friendship or this situation required a lot of work and a lot of mental maturity. Hindi siya yung free-flowing na parang just really comfort after a bad day. So, hindi siya ganon. It really needed effort. And while, of course, we do not despise people putting effort into the things that they want to keep, it became very exhausting. Na parang, alam mo yung parang bigla na lang siya sumabog because it wasn't stable to begin with. So, this Two of Wands in reverse. See? The Empress. So, you are journeying into finding out, the greatness of life. For some of you, it could be na parang before siguro yung mga friends na iniwan ninyo or this person, it could be, I don't know, I'm sorry, I just have to say na parang it could be very possible na, one of you or whoever is reading will get pregnant or have a family. It could be kasi na yung iniwan ninyong relationship was very toxic, was very stressful, and then now you're going to a relationship that's very fulfilling, and who knows, you may have your own family. If you left someone na parang very magasto sila, very, this person is just requiring a lot of financial support from you, or yung kumbaga parang sometimes, di ba sabi nga nila, there are people na talagang who really know how to live a life. If that's causing you a lot of financial strain, then, right now, with the big ass pentacle being here and the Two of Wands being here, I think that you're starting to gain back your financial independence as well, this coming 6 months. So, how about this Page of Wands in reverse? You have here the Ace of Cups. See? Upright. So, you are being given, a message is being delivered to you. You just have to wait. Kasi remember, this is the next 6 months. So, siguro most likely, in the way that I'm reading it, kaya yung primary cards ninyo are in reverse because they are yet to happen. So, this is what's coming to you the next 6 months. Pero of course, itong mga to upright kasi these are the clarifiers of these ones. So, at the back you have there the Eight of Swords in reverse as your underlying energy. So the Eight of Swords talks about, restriction, self-imposed. It's a self-imposed dungeon. It's parang it's a self-inflicted prison. And right now with the Eight of Swords being here in reverse, I think that the reason why you're in this reading is a clarification na you really need to let go of all those things. Kasi, Eight of Swords, yan yung mga tipong sarili na lang natin yung kalaban natin. And right now, all of these changes that happened in your life and in your relationship with that particular person, it's okay for you to lose it. Yun yung very clear dito. Kanina kasi, when I saw your cards, there is a lot of sadness, yes. There is a lot of sadness. There is a lot of parang kumbaga reminiscing and stuff. But at the same time, there is also this parang energy na parang sumasabay ka na lang sa agos. And I know that I did say that kanina. So, it could be na, that person that is on your mind or those people that are on your mind na maybe it turned sour or naghiwalay kayo or whatever. It could be na siguro iniisip niya pa kung may kasalanan kayo or something, whatever it is, do not think of it that way na you've put in the work, you've had the mental maturity, it wasn't stable to begin with, and that is something that you are realizing now. Whatever is happening in your life, those people na nawawala sa sitwasyon mo ngayon, they were meant to be removed from your life because something better is coming for you. Okay, something better, a better journey which you need to take probably alone will show itself in the next 6 months. Probably a new chance at love, new chance at working on yourself, new chance at healing, finding new friends, finding a new partner, probably having your own family, alam mo yon, and finding your own financial stability, which you've had such an issue before. So that's basically what's coming into you this next 6 months. So let's look for advice from spirit kung paano mo ba i-weather to. Kasi this looks like just you making amends with whatever it is that you lost or whoever it is that you lost. Na wala eh. Kumbaga parang siguro i-enjoy mo na lang yung journey alone because a lot of good things are happening to you. Pile number 3, a lot of good things. So, actually, dalawa na pala to. So, my intuition flows whenever I am still. Hearing inner guidance. Okay, so again, the moon being ruled by Pisces, just trusting yourself with the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups being here, and the Empress just really trusting whatever it is that you have within you. You have here inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. Again, there are other people who will come into your life. It's not just about those who left. Sa dami ng tao sa mundo, magre-replenish yung mga nawawala sa atin. And sometimes when we lose them, we're meant to lose them because their purpose in our lives have already been fulfilled. If they taught you something, then maybe that's just really their purpose. And you have to let it go and open yourself to new possibilities, new things, and new people to come into your life. And then you have awakening inspired action. There is only what life is asking of me. See? Focus on yourself. Okay? Focus on whatever it is yung dapat ninyong puntahan, yung dapat ninyong makuha. Alright? At the back of it, you have anchoring the light. You have here, the light is always within me. So, wag ka masyadong nega dun sa mga nangyari. If you lost those people, if you broke up with that previous partner who was, requiring so much energy from you, then let it go. Natuto ka na dun, tapos na yon. The tower here being in reverse, always remember that it's something that you had to go through. It's something na kailangan mong pagdaanan and it couldn't have been done any other way. Okay, so find peace in that, pile number three. So that's the end of your reading. Thank you so much for being here, pile number three, for staying with me until the end of your reading. If you did like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want me to check on anything. If there are readings that you'd like me to do, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Psyche Libertina, since I post random readings over there. So again, thank you so much, pile number three, and I will see you on your next reading.